Hi, I'm Madam Pamita, and this is Madam Pamita's Parlor of Wonders. You can find me at parlorofwonders.com. Today I'm going to be showing you a moving candle spell. A moving candle spell is a spell where you are lighting candles over several days and moving them closer together or moving them in some direction to mimic what it is that magically you want to accomplish. The simple moving candle spell that I'm going to be showing you is one to bring a love into your life, to have someone come to you, to have your true love come to you. So what you'll need for this spell is 2 candles. These beautiful figural candles are made exclusively for me. They're made out of beeswax, 100% beeswax, and artisanally made, and they're available through my website or in my shop. If you are wanting to have a relationship come into your life, this is the perfect set of candles to use. What I'm going to pretend is that this is my candle representing me. I would use the female candle to represent me and use a male candle to represent a man coming into my life. Of course, you're not limited to that paradigm. You can use a female candle with a female candle, a male candle with a male candle. But for example, I'm going to use a male candle and me represented by the female candle. The first step that you need to do is to name those candles. Now you know who you are, and so you pick the candle that represents you, male or female, and then you're going to write your name, scratch your name in the bottom of the candle, in the base of the candle. So I'm going to do that using a pencil. I like to use a pencil. It's a little easier to manipulate than a nail, or some people like to use a knife or ritual tool. But there, I've written Pamita in the bottom of that candle. That represents me. In the male candle, you can name a particular person. If you'd like to write his or her name in the bottom, you can write the name of that particular person, or you can be open-ended and write my true love or my soulmate if you want to be a little more open-ended about who that person is coming into your life, or if you don't know who that person is. So I'm going to write in the bottom here, I'm going to write my soulmate. Scratching that in. My soulmate is long. Okay, I've scratched that into the bottom of the candle. Next step is that we're going to dress these candles, and I don't mean we're going to dress them in clothes, although they're nude. We're going to dress them with a spiritual oil. Spiritual oil is an oil with essential oils and herbs that support the work, that are historically known to support the work that you're going to be doing. In this case, I'm going to use Lucky Mojo's Come To Me oil. This is also available through my website and through my shop. This oil you're going to apply to each candle, and because you're asking something to come into your life, you're going to apply it in an upward motion to each candle. It doesn't take a lot. All you need to do is put a couple drops, a few drops on your hands, and apply it to the candle in an upward motion. First we'll do it to the female candle, and get a few more drops and apply it to that male candle. As you're doing this, any of this work, you can think about this person coming into your life. Think about what it will be like having that soulmate, having that true love come into your life as you're doing this work. Another thing you're going to want to have is a tray of some kind to do this work, because these candles are going to move, are going to be burning and going to be melting. And so you don't want to put this directly on a table or directly on a tablecloth or anything where the wax would harm it. You want to have it in a contained area. So either a cookie sheet, some tin foil, or a tray that you use for doing that work would be helpful. Now I'm going to set these candles facing each other, because we're going to come together, have these 2 people come together. And I'm going to give it a little extra something. I'm going to create a trail of catnip. Catnip is traditionally used to bring a man toward a woman, or bring someone toward you. And I'm going to bring that trail from the candle representing me to to the man. Okay. Catnip I'm using is organic catnip. It has the, I think, a little extra something because it's organic, and that's also available through my website as well. All right, now we're set to begin our work. This work that I'm going to be doing is a 7-day spell, meaning we're going to be burning these candles a little bit at a time over 7 days. So we begin by lighting the female candle. You can say your intention, say a prayer, say what it is that you want. I light this candle to bring my soulmate to me. That's a good example. Let me get that candle lit. And then you light the male candle or the other candle of the other person. I light this candle to bring my soulmate to me. Come to me. All right, you're going to let those candles burn. You want to eyeball those candles and see if they burn about 1/7 of the way down. You know, a little estimate, about 1/2 inch or so. Let those candles burn over time. And then when the time has come to put them out, you want to snuff those candles out using a snuffer. You can use a shot glass, a teacup, or an official snuffer where you are snuffing the flame out instead of blowing the flame out. Blowing the flame out ends the spell work, and you don't want to do that. So after you've seen the candle burn about 1/7 of the way down, you're going to snuff that candle out. And so putting that work on pause. The next day, you're going to do your 2nd day's work. You're going to move the candle of the one you want to bring to you 1 step closer. Again, you're going to light those candles, let them burn a little more of the way down, and then snuff them out. The 3rd day, you're going to move that candle along that trail 1 step closer to you. Light each candle, let it burn 1/7 of the way down, and then snuff it out. Each day you're going to move 1 step closer until the last day you'll have a short little bit of wax left at the bottom and have those 2 piles of wax touching each other, and let them burn completely out. You'll have some melted wax at the bottom after they've burned completely. You want to take that melted wax and bury it somewhere near your house, either in a potted plant in your home or in your garden in your home, somewhere where you're inviting that love to come to your home. So very simple spell, a very straightforward spell, but a very powerful spell to bring your true love to you. I'm Madam Pamita. You can find me at parlorofwonders.com, and thanks for joining me today.